we could make that lighter. How in your mind do you think that could happen? Less bow pressure, very good. What about combining that with a little bit more, almost imagining the bow speed as well, right? Using a little bit more bow, almost like you're letting the arm go a little bit more. You see that things we start to, let's say, come out of our bubble of convenience, our comfort zone, and now we're gonna just almost like again this idea of similar to the paintbrush idea, sort of once we let things go a little bit more flexibly, yeah. Try that once. As you said, less bow pressure, right? And add that with a little bit more, almost like you're flinging the bow a little bit. Flex here, okay? Try that one. Yeah. How do you feel? Just what the first thing that comes to your mind, how do you feel? Lighter? Yeah, nice. Do you notice anything in the sound that's different?
I thought it was cleaner.
Cleaner, right? That's a positive consequence, right? It was not only cleaner, but it was also more released, as if it's like, embodying the kind of lightness that you want. It's like it's in the air, right? That it's not, sort of sitting on something, but it's more, it's now somewhere in the air, is it? Do you notice that? You notice that? All right. Because in a way, this passage, for example, it should be fun. It should be, when we have the freedom to move the bow fast, and in such a way, it should be like, oh, this is good physical exercise, But in a way, perhaps, that encourages lightness, You see, I want you to look for that sound, even at the very beginning, right? Where you have to sustain, obviously, you use more bow and you have to save, and because the tempo is slower and everything. But you want to look for that same kind of lightness, How can I make the sound float? Now we're using imagery now, How can I make the sound almost as if it's like the wind rather than, more like very heavy shoes, It's sort of like, okay, you start with an image, with an idea, okay, lightness, wind. Instead of, you start to try to just imagine. Try that once, yeah? Nice. Yeah. Do you hear that? Do you feel as if it's like, oh, okay, the violin is speaking easier. It's sort of like, oh, the sound is coming out and it's